Today I've got an epic fall lineup for you. I have 10 fragrances perfect for the fall that are gonna cover you in every situation, casual, formal, if you're outside, inside. This is a great list. Before we dive in, be sure to give an epic click to the like button if you like the video and subscribe to the channel. Let's begin. First up, we've got one that is somewhat of a Swiss Army knife of a fragrance. It works in just about any situation. I'm talking about Mercedes-Benz Intense. This fragrance smells phenomenal. It is really a twist on the Dior Fahrenheit DNA, which is a little more challenging for a lot of guys, but this fragrance is definitely more mass-pleasing. It's sweetened up a bit. That petrol vibe is rolled back a little bit, but this one absolutely still has that very masculine, that very rugged kind of a feel. It is a ozonic and spicy aromatic fragrance, not quite barbershop style, but it has that anytime, anywhere kind of versatility. It is an excellent fragrance, Mercedes-Benz Intense. This next one's gonna sweeten it up a little bit. I'm talking about this one from Paco Rabanne. This is 1 Million Lucky. I remember the first time I smelled this in the store, I thought, I have got to buy this. It's a pretty unique fragrance. It is significantly different than the others in the line at the time that this came out. This one is an ozonic fragrance featuring violet leaf that does give it quite an airy texture. There's a little bit of plum sweetness in the opening. There's also some citrus, and there is a hazelnut note, which does give it a distinct hazelnut kind of nuttiness. It's pretty unique. It is a sweet fragrance, but it is airy and fresh enough that it's not cloying. Really, really good stuff. 1 Million Lucky. And now we're gonna spice it up with one of my favorite Spicebomb fragrances. This is Infrared EDP. I do prefer this one over Infrared EDT. This fragrance and the EDT has a good dose of the original Spicebomb, and it is spiced up a little bit with some red chili pepper, and it's got a different kind of sweetness and more sweetness than the original Spicebomb with some red fruits. So I think it is an awesome update to the original Spicebomb DNA. Definitely one of my favorites in the line. If you like spicy fragrances, this one is amazing. Again, this is Infrared EDP. This next one is an update to one of my absolute favorite DNAs of all time. I'm talking about Mugler's A Men, the original. This is one that just came out in the past year. This is A Men Fantasm. This is an amazing, phenomenal twist or update to that DNA. It's still got that dark undertone coming from some patchouli, I suspect also some coffee, and then it still has a good bit of that aromatic spiciness that the original is known for, but this one is sweetened up a lot with this amazing gourmand chocolate. It is a sweet chocolatey fragrance that is dark and spicy. It's kind of hard to describe, but if you can picture the original A Men that is made a little more mass-pleasing and a good dose of chocolate added to it, you would get this one right here, A Men Fantasm. I love it. I think I actually prefer it over the original, and that's saying a lot because the original's been one of my greatest compliment getters of all time. Again, A Men Fantasm. This next one's a little lighter. This is a fragrance that is pretty easy to wear. It is non-offensive. It's one that you would spray on and smell good pretty much anytime, anywhere, no matter what you're doing. This is Ferragamo Red Leather. This is kind of a soft suede leather. It reminds me of like a gray suede, you know, that soft leather. but it's got a little bit of citrus in the opening, and it's got a good dose of powdery orris, iris or orris, but kind of the powdery take on that iris note. It's really good. If you like powdery fragrances and you like leather, this one's not a harsh, abrasive, overly animalic leather. It's just smooth, it's easy to wear, it's amazingly versatile, great for the fall and winter, even the spring. Again, this is Ferragamo Red Leather. Now this one's been out for years and I didn't pick it up, but I noticed recently the price has dropped significantly since the last time I looked. This is Zadig and Voltaire. This is him. This fragrance is one of my favorite new pickups of the past year. You can see how much I've worn of it already. I've worn about a quarter of the bottle in probably 4 months or so. Maybe a little longer, 6 months or so, but this one has this rich, powerful, sweet vanilla. That is a standout of the fragrance. It's also got a dark, powerful incense note. This is an incense and vanilla bomb. A little bit of woodiness, touch of spiciness, but it is sweet and it is dark and smoky, and women actually really like this fragrance, surprisingly, being that it's got a lot of incense. This is Zadig and Voltaire. This is him. This next one is another incensey fragrance, not quite as much as the one I just showed you. This one I think was my favorite release of last year. This is Boss Bottled Absolute. This is an update to Boss Bottled Elixir, which came out the previous year. It is a little bit more caramely sweet. I think that the bottom of the bottle, that kind of faded caramel look, is supposed to give that away. It is not as incensey, significantly less incense in this one, a good bit more sweetness, and it's almost got like kind of a chestnut caramel, very warm, inviting kind of sweetness. I would say from around October through January, this fragrance is absolutely perfect. It's kind of like that, you know, Thanksgiving to Christmas style fragrance, but I actually even wore it occasionally in the summer. I love it so much that I wish I could wear it every day. This is one of my favorite fragrances of all time, Boss Bottled Absolute. Another one from Boss, but it's actually very different than the one that I just showed you. This one is actually one of the Boss The Scent flankers, but this one is the Parfum, and it is a very interesting fragrance. It's got that Maninka fruit, sweet fruitiness in spades, but it has been significantly spiced up. It is a spicy take on that Maninka fruit, and wouldn't you know it, they added an iris note, so count me in. This is Boss Bottled The Scent Parfum. This next one is Fall in a Bottle. I'm talking about Mercedes-Benz Infinite Spicy. I got a tester, so it didn't come with a cap, you know, c'est la vie, but this is a very spicy fragrance. It's like a, you know, hot pepper spicy kind of a fragrance with a good bit of textured woodiness. It reminds me a little bit of Man in Black. It reminds me a little bit of Spicebomb, the original, but it's a little bit more of kind of a hot pepper spicy take on those DNAs. Again, fall in a bottle, even winter as well, but something about that textured woods and hot spice does remind me of that October to January time frame. Again, Mercedes-Benz Club, VIP Club, Infinite Spicy. And the next one is another kind of twist, update, flanker on a fragrance that was actually very popular, even though it does get some hate in the fragrance community. This one, on the other hand, has gotten quite a bit of love. This is Phantom Le Parfum, and it is the better Phantom fragrance. It's also the fall-winter definitely focused Phantom fragrance. They added a good bit of spiciness to that DNA, which was already kind of a warm, sweet, vanilla, aromatic DNA. They added a little more warm spiciness and a little bit less of the aromatics, and they added a rhubarb note, not an overpowering rhubarb, which to me can ruin a fragrance, but just a little bit of an accent. It's very impressive. To be in a bottle that looks like a toy that a 6-year-old would play with, it's actually more mature than the original Phantom. You know, I'm in my early 40s and I actually love this fragrance and I've gotten a lot of compliments on it. It's another one that is absolutely perfect for the fall, perfect for the winter. This is Phantom Le Parfum. So that has been 10. This is your epic list of fall fragrances. It's going to cover you for every occasion. Let me know down below, what would you add to the list? What are some of your favorite fall fragrances? Remember to give the video a like and subscribe if you haven't. I'm Justin. This is Sillage Scents.